It doesn't, but hopefully it will. And is going to replay over itself for a second. Then I'm going to get off and try to share this everywhere. This video is a super important video as we are going to drop some fire on some serious issues. I want to tell you that a lot of people are frustrated, scared, worried, and they have a reason in their mind to be frustrated, scared, and worried. And most of it is because they don't understand the law. And because they don't understand the law, they cannot use the law. Often today, we find people trying to use the law for a ton of different reasons. And often it is to save money, make money, to try to find riches. Sorry, I'm sharing it with everybody to let them know that I'm live. A lot of the times it is to save money, make money, find riches, right? To have an overabundance of things. I see a lot of people who want to go find the biggest mansion they could find. They want to find the biggest house they could find and move in it for free. And this is a thing in law. Saying that I got one person watching, but I see multiple people commenting is crazy. But that's why a lot of people use the law. They say, oh, I found this new way to access my bonds, to access trust accounts that have all the money in the world in it, and I can buy whatever I want and 30 cars and a $500,000 RV and live off grid and have all my bills paid and this, that, and the other. Their goal most of the time is to find out how to get more and more and more. This is what their goal is. Their goal is to not make sure that the law is executed in a just way, to make sure that people are not being ran over. Their goal is to make sure that they make more and more and more money. What's up, Amanda? So what I wish to do today is break down some things about how we use the law, to break down some things that deal with how we can take care of the livelihood of the people. We are being attacked in many different areas. And what that does for many people is shake them and make them quake and fill them with fear and make them doubt and make them upset. First of all, everybody, please, if you can, like this video and share it so we can get some numbers. And I've been blocked on YouTube for 2 weeks. Just now getting back on. I'm probably not going to do a lot of law videos here. I'm going to do some Bible stuff that deals with law. I might deal with some other things. I might deal with law in general. Probably won't deal with 2020 type stuff. I am over on Rumble. So if you want to learn and you want to be free, right? And you want to have, hey, Nikki, if you want to have, what's up? BRKL, what is it? BRKLYN girl, Brooklyn girl. Hey, everybody, please make sure that you follow me on Rumble at Dave Cares for You. It's going to be important because there's a lot of things coming that we need to curb, right? We have fixed a lot of stuff. We've had government come against us. We've done notice straight to the Supreme Court. I'm going to show you guys today by the Bible why our notices work. It's a very, very, very powerful concept that is hidden in the word. And because people don't often believe the word, they lose out on this powerful and massive remedy. But it is simple. And the sad thing is a lot of people have been winning, right? Thank you so much, Angry Pop. A lot of people have been winning like crazy. But the problem is that we don't get the victory that we should in some areas because the people don't understand that the remedy is the opposite of what they've been taught and programmed to believe. So when you are programmed, you believe that what you have been taught is the truth. Therefore, you base your decisions on that, and the effect of the programming destroys your remedy. When you get new understanding that is opposite of your programming, you are trained to look at it like it's stupid. So when you hear something simple that is opposite of your programming, it's easy to shut it off. The schooling has trained you to shut it off because they never wanted you to work outside of their programming. So when I show you these things that we are showing you, I have no idea what y'all talking about some Purple Rain. Are y'all watching Prince? What is this? Purple Rain of the NWO is here. I don't give a freak about no New World Order garbage. Guys, if you just think about it, when the people in America were being punished by England, they thought the world was ending, that it was over for them and they all were going to die. Not everybody, but a lot of people thought they were going to die and they were going to be ran over and killed by England. And it was going to be the end of time for them and everything was messed up. When you look at the people in Martin Luther King's time, many of them would say nothing is ever going to change. They are never going to let Negroes be free. It's just over with. There's nothing else that can happen. So all these new ideas, these new terms, purple rain, I look, ain't nobody raining a dang thing. So if it's just rain, like rain drizzling and it's supposed to be purple, I'm not worried about that, right? God ain't make no such thing as purple rain. And if it's something that has to do with somebody reigning over people, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing in the real world either. So what we have to do is we need to stop listening to these terms that people bring in the law world and in the woke world, right? Like Awaken with Law, where they tell you some crazy, you too, long live Ja. They come with these ideas and terms that freak people out, right? And it scares you to the point that you start thinking that there's some power in some garbage they're talking about. Guys, a couple of weeks ago, they had everybody scared over, oh, the World Health Organization is going to make everybody get shots and they're going to take over everything in the world. And I said, guys, don't listen to that dumb junk. Send them notice and let them know it's treason if they come against you with some bull crap. Understand, guys, nothing happened. People had you worked up just a couple of weeks ago over the World Health Organization taking over the world. How many times do we have to go over this stupid junk where somebody comes in, uses some tagline, get you worked up, make you think that something bad is going to happen? The World Health Organization, this organization, the Bill Gates organization got you trapped. We're doomed. Oh, we're going to fall apart and die. And I say, send them Negroes notice and let them know what the freak you standing on. And then y'all send them notice and they shut the freak up. Y'all sent notice to the Supreme Court. Oh, they're going to force us and we got to make sure that through OSHA, they don't take over the world. And then y'all sent notices and affidavits and shut the freaking OSHA junk down. I'm telling y'all what happened in real life. We worry about this stupid stuff. What's up, Brian? We worry about this stupid stuff that people tell us. Let me pray real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for all you do. We thank you for your love and mercy. We thank you for keeping and blessing us. And we thank you for allowing me to come back on YouTube, which we know they don't like me, to do a video for the people, Father, to lift the people up. And we just ask that you bless us all, protect us and keep us, help us to use wisdom and diligence to stand against the wicked, Father, that we might see them fall. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. So the thing is, guys, oh, what up, B? We have seen just a couple of weeks ago. Now, y'all tell me, did we not just hear a couple of weeks ago that the World Health Organization was taking over the world? Did we not hear that? See, I need us to stop and just be real about what the freak was going on. Did we not see? Can y'all please answer me? A couple of weeks ago, people were running around talking about they giving all our powers away to the World Health Organization, and they're going to come together as a unit to take over us. And we are so doomed if we don't hurry up and whatever that we got to hurry up and do this time, that the the law world tells us we got to do. We got to beg our government officials to make statutes to block this. Bruh. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Did we not just see them talking about the World Health Organization stopping us? Didn't we see not too long ago that, oh, it might be that we no longer have the power to carry arms because the Supreme Court or this court made a decision that you can't have a license in Hawaii and do this? Big B Shoop, what's up, homie? How are you? That's right, Shoop. That's right. See, guys, we get worked up about all these different things. I don't know, enough of y'all haven't told me that y'all saw what happened with the World Health Organization, because a lot of us get tossed to and fro with every wind of change. Somebody tell you something gonna get changed, and then your anus fall apart. It's like, we're doomed. They're going to give all of our authority away to the Organization of Pharmacological Health in Russia. I'm like, dude, where the freak you get this stuff from? Our hearts are swayed. Guys, don't you understand? There's people in the woke movement that are put here just to interject things to make you feel fear. That's all they're here for. They act like they want to teach you the law. Most of the time, what they teach you has nothing to do with building you up to the point that you know how to take action to stand on your rights. My whole goal is teach the people simple, dumb stuff that helps them to stand on their rights so they exercise the power. Dave doesn't exercise the power. The people exercise the power. When we show you simple stuff to use, you exercise your power. And there's a way that it works. That's right. Notices stop them dead in their freaking tracks. They're like, whoa, when did the people start writing notice to us? I thought we control everything. How do they know that we're not supposed to do this? How do they know? See, they're not used to us knowing. When you stop having fear and you start standing on what you know from the real law, it starts to shut that dumb junk down. But remember, guys, we were supposed to lose all our weapons, right? Right? They were supposed to be able to force mandates on everybody, right? Right? But what happened? Why are we not seeing that anymore? It was a temporary ploy to try to play on your emotion because they're trying to get you to submit by fear. Right? We got people in the law world who literally are complaining and sad about somebody, they made a gun control pass something, whatever, uniparty together. Shut the freak up. I don't give a freak about what they wrote when the law says they can't. See, the problem is too many people are doing silly stuff rather than using a flashlight. I'm going to tell y'all, you guys are the lights. You are the lights. While you're worried about how dark it can get, you're the freaking light. God gave you the power to be the light. See, we get so scared, we worried about how fast the enemy is moving when God has made us better, more efficient, and faster. We are the real news. You think they're shutting down YouTube accounts for nothing? You think they're blocking you on Facebook for nothing? No, they realize that you are the most effective and powerful news people in the entire world. NBC ain't got nothing on y'all. I'm just telling y'all the truth. If you use the powers that God gave you, they fear you. Y'all anus will flip a nation in a heartbeat. Y'all done flip states. Wisconsin, Mr. Voss, the so-called head Republican in the state, can't go anywhere and talk because of little Summer Cook. Summer Cook goes somewhere and start opening her mouth. That dude got to hide. He got booed off the stage. In a couple of months, this lady turned the whole state on his head. Because of the work of people like John Voss and Carla and Aaron over in Wisconsin, who opened the doors with notices and affidavits, went after Rantham, helped him to learn, went after Branchin, helped her to learn, went after other people. They went after Voss. Voss did not want to do an audit in that state. They went after him and it forced him to do it because they didn't want the people to have access. And then God gave us a freebie. God blessed us with Mr. Gableman. And then you see all this action happen. But Mr. Voss cannot even walk around and talk in front of other Republicans because the word got out because Summer was a light. Summer was a flashlight. This girl studied the law for a few months. A Supreme Court justice thought she was studying the law for years, and he appreciated her wisdom. He didn't call her a sovereign citizen. He enjoyed what she knew. He realized she was powerful. Now he's taken over to try to be front man for Voss because the wicked can't handle the light. I want to show y'all powerful stuff today. See, people laugh at me because I don't use big words. And the words I use are full of ebonics. I don't say poor, I say po. I don't say door, I say do. I don't say sure, I say show. But my little ebonics, right? My uneducated from Detroit public school educated self is able to go after bad government, and we see thing after thing after thing after thing after thing after thing shut down. And they say, David, well, we don't know if that was because of you. Well, we know that it wasn't because of the people who did nothing. And it's funny that a lot of the stuff we say and a lot of stuff we do, the government officials acknowledge us in their states. I mean, to see we the people on public town halls with government officials teaching the people shows you that something effective happened. People can doubt what we do, but how many government officials do you see on Facebook or YouTube or Rumble with the government officials teaching the people, converting the government officials? When you want to talk about being a big dog, it's not how big your words are, it's not how much you can sound like an attorney. Is your anus going head up with your servants and teaching them in front of the people and showing the truth? That should be the test. Our duty is to control the actions of the servants. If your anus ain't talking to the servants in front of the people, then your anus ain't going to be a big dog in law. I'm just speaking the truth. Jesus went in front of the scribes and the Pharisees and let the people know what is right and what is wrong. And he tells them, didn't your law say? Didn't your law say? And what did we see happen? They could not answer. But the hardest thing to do when you have a fear of speaking in public is to go in front of the government officials and say, didn't your law say? Because you could make a mistake. You could be wrong. You could mess up. But the thing about being a real leader, a real fighter, is you're not afraid to go and get embarrassed. Because in going out there and taking action and taking steps and shining the light, it's dangerous, right? If you're one of those adventure seekers, it's fun because your adrenaline is going to go up. You're going to sweat a little bit at first. Your palms going to sweat. Your voice going to shake a little bit at first. And you're going to have to throw yourself into the middle of the fight. And it might be embarrassing. You might say something and people might laugh because they don't understand. But the real fighters are not afraid to put themselves on display, throw themselves out in the middle of the field and take whatever comes. And even if you have small losses, you are winning because you are going to learn the way of evil. You're going to hear them repeat the same things over and over. And by experience and trusting in God, you're going to gain more knowledge, more understanding, more wisdom. You are going to learn the wiles of the devil. What does that mean? The wiles of the devil are the schemes and the tricks that he uses over and over and over and over again, and he does not change. He uses a certain set of tools, and God gives us wisdom of them in the Bible. When you take your behind out in front of the government officials and you talk and you are not afraid to listen and hear, they're going to tell you what they think gives them the right. They're going to tell you by mistake. And you're going to learn and you're going to pick up new things. And you're going to gain understanding and you're going to use diligence and you're going to study. And then you're going to learn where they're making mistakes. And then you're going to be a bad mamma jamma. You're going to be a light. So when you come and shed that light across what they're doing, nobody can answer. Nobody can stand against you. The most brilliant attorneys can't open their mouth. Look at what we do in the world. The government don't answer our notices trying to debate the law. They can't debate our law. It is too simple, too plain, too fundamental, make too much sense. When we flash that freaking light on government officials, they freaking run and scatter like the bugs they usually are. There are some good government officials who see the light and they say, oh my gosh, you have opened my eyes. I had no idea that was there. Let me get it right. So when you want to ask, who's the baddest Mama Jama in the land? God has made you powerful. You could be the baddest Mama Jama. But the baddest Mama Jama is the one who's going to throw themselves out there in the midst of a dangerous situation, in the midst of a fearful situation. If you won't call the government officials and talk to them and go live with them, you ain't there yet, but it could come. Many people want to make a challenge. They want to make a challenge. They want to go head up with Dave Jose. They want to go head up with Summer Cook. They want to go head up with Carla. They want to go head up with this person and that person. But I don't even look at those people as in the same freaking lane until they start doing lives and putting themselves on the line and saying the things that they might get checked for. Many want to challenge me, but many won't challenge themselves. If you won't go live and shine the light to show the world what you see in the law, knowing that you might get embarrassed, might get laughed at, might get hurt, you ain't there yet. You ain't there yet. That's right, Brian. You better pray before you speak. You ain't there yet if you will not go talk to them. Now let's take it a level further. After you go talk to them, you may get shot with arrows. They may laugh at you at first. But as you stand and you show the law and you show the light and you keep it simple. See, when you make your law sophisticated, they're going to poke holes in your junk all day and night. And a lot of times when you make the law sophisticated, you ain't finding in the law because our forefathers didn't write sophisticated law. So if your anus found something sophisticated, it ain't what our people created. It's some okie doke that some attorneys created, and they made it that way on purpose so your anus can find it and start quoting their junk. This is why they don't teach you the state constitutions, because it's too simple, too easy to see. When you understand what it means clearly, you blow their back out. They need you to quote some ambiguous law so they can argue over, because they wrote it ambiguous on purpose so they can stretch themselves out and do some stupid stuff. That means a lot, Mary. See, that's the thing. God has made some of y'all powerful monsters in law. And the biggest thing is you have to be able to shine the light. But God, when he shines the light, you hear about the simplicity of the gospel. God didn't make the gospel difficult. People want to argue the Bible. I laugh at them and say, open it with me. Most scholars know, don't open the Bible with me. After I had a group of 5,000 people, it was somebody else's group. And there was all these scholars in there and Jesuit scholars. And we will have debates and they'll try to tell me about the Bible, how the Bible got errors. And I'll say, I'll go against all of you. And sometimes there'll be 20 of them at a time coming at me. Well, answer this. The Bible got an error here, Bible here. I'm like, y'all put down every error you think there is in the King James 1769 Bible, because that's what I use. And I'll show you how none of them are error. And every time you show me an error, I'll show you a scholar that doesn't read. Do you know how much it makes your adrenaline go up to go against all the Bible scholars at the same time in a group? There's 5,000 high-level preachers and scholars, and you go against all of them? Put your junk here and I'm going to embarrass you by God in front of everybody with simple stuff. This is what God let me go through before I learned how to be a beast at law. Go against the ones with the so-called Bible knowledge. God started letting me see those ones who call themselves scholars, who've been in school forever, don't necessarily understand anything about the law. Anything. Wow, you processed it alone in a snowstorm, cold as day. Wow, that is so powerful. See, that's mighty. I started off with it going down and protesting with a sign in 100 and some degree weather in Arizona. I was there with a guy named Dale at times. He used to come and everybody's walking by, and I was talking to the legislative officials and the attorney, the appeals court people came by sometimes, and I talked to them. It's so deep. But this is what I want y'all to understand. We got to be a light. So see, guys, this thing about being a light too. When you are a light, it is more, let me tell you how it is. It's kind of like high school. In high school, when you're around high schoolers every day, you'll find that the people in the high school want to be the best. So you got your guys who wear the cutest clothes, right? They're dressed up. Like we had guys called like the Tommy boys. They wear Tommy Hilfiger every day, had wealthy parents, right? Then you got guys who are athletes, you got cheerleaders, you got this, you got that. And no, this is another Dale, a record guy. So even though I did meet Dale Bigtree down in front of Arizona Capitol too, and taught him some stuff in the law, there's video and picture of it. But here's the deal. You'll see that in high school, people like to challenge to be the biggest in high school, right? And I always looked at that and I'm like, man, why is it that these people want to be the best amongst each other, right? That's their goal. Oh, I got to be better than this guy. To me, when I compete, I say, I'm going to beat anybody who comes in my face any day of the week. The day they come in my face, they have to lose, right? That's my mentality. My mentality is, I don't give a freak. I'm going harder than ever. What does that take, though, to win in the midst of whoever you come up against? It takes for you to simplify your training, simplify your techniques, make it regular, right? Make it normal and common for you. So I'll do the same move in basketball hundreds of times. I'll go find a brick on the side of my house out of all the bricks, and I'll throw a behind the back pass and touch that brick and make the ball come into my hand again. Behind the back pass, touch that, come back. Behind the back pass, touch that, come back. While everybody else was playing and doing what they do, that's what I was doing. But when you look at it, in the high school, people like to compete with other people in the high school. But when you have a team game, your team is going against another team. So if your level of competency is to defeat your teammates, you never gain a level of competency to defeat the best in the nation. So I went against Maurice Taylor, University of Michigan. He played in the NBA for years. Ken Johnson, the #1 shot blocker in college, 7 feet tall, dunked on him like crazy, dunked on Maurice Taylor. Shane Battier embarrassed him. He's in the NBA right now. I went against all these people, and I didn't make my goal to be the best out of the people who I'm in a circle with. My goal is to make myself the best that I could possibly be by breaking down everything and functioning. Yeah, I dunked on Maurice Taylor, Ken Johnson, embarrassed Shane Battier, David Weber, Antonio Gates, beat the crap out of him on the football field. There's probably tape going around of that. A lot of people, right? And this is known. Like the people in Michigan know, that I went to work on a lot of people, right? So the thing is that I never made my goal to be the best in the realm of a small group. And in the law world, it is the same. I teach the law, but I got people who are around me that challenge me because they want to be better than me. But they don't want to be the best in the nation or the best in the world because they're not going after their government officials. They're not standing in front of the people and taking the biggest challenge in the world. They're not asking the government officials to come live. Why? Because in order to do that, you got to be diligent by yourself and stay up day and night and study and read the Bible day and night. You got to do all this stuff and sacrifice stuff. You got to sacrifice stuff. People say, well, David, everything in law should be free and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, shucks, was it free when I had to lose my family to learn? Was it free when I had to cry on my knees day and night, begging God to give me answers and direct me where to study? And when I had to go to the law library and just sit in there, shut off my freaking phone and study where they hid stuff in the law? Was it free? When I got cortisol issues and my body started falling apart, was it free? When I got neuropathy in my feet and my body started to fuse in my legs, was it free? When my heart got messed up and wouldn't pump right because cortisol ate my muscle, destroyed my body, was it free? When I went days where I was hungry, when I went days where I was broken and sad, was it free? When I had a car break and I was sending out so much money, $300, $400, $500 at a time doing registered mail and going after government servants to be the first one to do what others would not do, was it free? I remember there was a time where my truck broke down and I had to deliver mail. And I was spending thousands sending out mail and notices to government officials. They start running and hiding. And I was shining a light on what they were doing wrong. It got to the point they didn't want to take them no more because they realized I was coming after them. But at the same time, I was teaching the people and showing them how to fight. I had to give up a lot. Just like when I was little and I played basketball and I wanted to dunk on everybody, I had to do this spin move 1,000 times. 1,000 times, same spin move. Imagine it in my mind. Spin move, take off, dunk. Spin move, take off, dunk. Then I'll get in the game. I'll literally shake somebody up, spin move, take off, dunk, and wouldn't even think about it. And the movement was so fast and pure that I would dunk on people. They would expect it. They wouldn't know how I got past them. I wouldn't even know how I got past them because my body would just do it like it was common and regular. And people see me in the game and they're like, man, how in the world did you just shake this dude up, spin around, take off, and dunk on this big old tall dude? I ain't never seen nobody do that. My dad taught me that when I was a little boy. And he would tell me, be baking while others are sleeping. Right? So I pay a heavy price. But it got to the point that I was struggling so bad that my truck broke down and I didn't even have the money to fix it. Didn't even have the money to fix it. I put all my businesses on pause. I was doing medical commodities and I would have to do pickups. People who were killers were watching my Facebook, waiting for me to put up ads to set me up to kill me when I was picking up medical commodities. So I had to stop, right? And in the meantime, I got told that there was a couple of hits on me. And I had to keep studying it. And I got called by a hitman, an ex-hitman, an ex-bad guy. And he told me, hey, their killers call me. They're trying to get you, dude. They want to get you. This was years ago. I'm like, dude, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. He's like, you a bad bleeper bleeper. And he told me that he told the killers, he said, man, my brother ain't no B. Right? I done already lived a long life, right? Like Martin Luther King says, he tells how he has seen the mountaintop. I've seen stuff in business and life that people don't see in a whole lifetime, right? As a young man. So, dang, that's deep, Pamela. But the thing is that it's good. That's right. For such a time. That's a powerful name too, for such a time as this. You know, I seen all this crazy stuff happen. I seen people wanting to kill me. I know they want to kill me right now today, you know, but I gave the sacrifice. I gave up. Now, the good thing about sacrificing is your body fall apart till it almost don't work, right? There was one day where I know I had a natural bypass in my neck. My dad had a thing in his neck where he had his artery clog up and he almost died. He had to get surgery. It was almost completely blocked on one side and like 70% blocked on the other side. Well, I had it happen. I laid down on the floor. I took cayenne pepper under my tongue because that helps stop migraines or clogged arteries. You know, it helps you to, you know, do better. But I was taking stuff like Shilajit before, and I didn't realize, but I was watching a video that was teaching how the people in India soften their arteries to have natural bypasses and make their bodies function and flow blood again. And I felt it freaking pop, pow, right? Pow. And woo, I felt heat and blood traveling around the artery that was clogged. And I felt blood flow in my feet for the first time in a long time, right? But I'm taking all this stuff. I started taking iron and my body changed. And but I felt the pressure and I thought my body was going to die. I thought I was going to die. And I was praying to God and I laid on the floor and I put my legs up so the pressure of the blood would come down. And I felt the pressure going up right where I was about to black out. And it was like, pow. And I felt it and heard it. And then I felt the blood go around. And I said, wow, right? So the things that I was doing naturally was healing my body. But my body was at a stage where I went through so much punishment, so much stress that my body was falling apart. And then I was taking the natural health stuff to help my body heal that God tells you heals you. I had no idea that I was going to have a natural bypass. And then it happened. And then I looked online and I saw where people explained the process, same exact stuff, right? So now my body is almost healed. I've been taking that iron from Yeshaya Herbals. The stuff, Stu Peters actually hooked me up with some stuff called Cardio Miracle. My heart has been healing every day. I can hear my heart beating in my head. My blood flow was messed up, right? So cortisol will eat up everything, right? Just tear your body up, right? And men, you'll notice it, right? If your body start to mess up, your body will tell you, dude, something ain't right, right? Dude. So when your body gets corrected, you notice everything and your body goes to like you were a young guy again, right? Now, the thing is that, wow. Yeah, and see, that's the thing, Melly Mel. When you treat your body right, God will make it heal. Like these herbs. See, people are worried about like the cold shot and all this stuff. The Bible tells you that God made the leaves for medicine. And when you take the herbs and stuff that God gave you for the healing of the nations in Revelation, guys, when God talks about the healing of the nations, that means that the nations had something happen to them that made them all sick. And the herbs are used for the healing of the nations. So God is he's so wise and mighty and powerful, but you got to trust and believe what he says in order to have the victory. But I'm going to tell y'all, the fight, God made me one of the best. I feel like the best in my realm when it comes to teaching the law and understanding it with the Bible, which is sure, I don't think there's anybody in the nation who will match me in that. Now, there's some people who teach certain parts of little pieces of law that might have more knowledge than me in certain areas. But when it comes to understanding the law, making it plain and using the Bible and the common law and the basic principles of law to solidify it, I don't think there's anybody out there who will match me in that, right? So I got my own little role, my own little niche, and it's very successful, right? But it took for me to suffer. It took for me to study like crazy. And I tell people around me, I say, listen, make sure you study every single part of the Constitution you're going to use. Know what the freak it means. Every single law that you think you're going to use, know what the freak it means. Every single word, stop, study it. Know what the freak it means. You know what that's called? That's called diligence. If you are going to shine a light on something, you better not skip a word. You better know what every word means. Don't take for granted you know what some word means. As a matter of fact, every single time you put out a notice, you better know every single word. Every single word. You better know it or don't use it. Don't use stuff you don't know if you want to be great. A lot of times people find a term. Oh, they said this. And I heard the attorney say that. So now I'm going to use that. That's right, Melly Mel, study the dang words. Now, what I want to do is take y'all to some Bibles so y'all can see the application of what I'm talking about being a light. See, when you want to gain the respect of government officials who really want to do right, They're going to come at you a certain way. They do the same thing with me. I'm going to prove it to y'all. Because a lot of y'all who've been around me, who've seen me teach government officials, y'all know y'all are like, gosh, I didn't know you were teaching a dang freaking law to the government here and in other states and in other places. That's right, Denise. Denise is about that life because that's what she does. She keeps stuff simple, right? She's kind of hood like me too, right? So she got that common sense, from the hood. You trying to get over on me, cuz, right? That stuff works very well. Keep it simple. But what I'm going to do, if you really want to be a teacher, I advise knowing it in Hebrew, Aramaic, and Ethiopic too. So here's what I learned from the Bible. The Bible lets you know that God is going to save people in every nation, kindred, and tongue. So what I understand is God's word translates to every language. Now, some people say, no, it doesn't translate to every language. It's not the same. That's not true. The question I asked them is, what language during the Tower of Babel situation when God confounded everybody's languages at the same time on the same day, what language did God create that he cannot translate into? Because in the word, God said he's going to save people of every nation, kindred, and tongue. That means that people from everywhere are going to be able to learn the word, right? In their own language. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this word though, and it's going to get heavy. Watch this. Let's see. Let me know if y'all can see my screen being shared. We're going to go to John chapter 3, and I'm going to show y'all what it looks like when you're a freaking light. This is how you become a freaking beast. So let me know if the screen comes up. It might be a 10-second delay. Let me know if you guys can see it. Y'all see the screen change? Okay, perfect. Now we're going to be looking at John chapter 3. We're not going to go through the whole text, but we're going to see some freaking fire, right? So let me show you what it's like to be the light. So Jesus came, people laughed at him, people mocked him, right? Same thing with me. We get people who come at me and they laugh and they mock and say, David, what difference do you think it'll make? Who the freak is going to listen to you? You're just a regular chocolate dude. You didn't go to Yale. You're not a scholarly attorney. You're not this. You're not that. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So here's Jesus, who didn't go to anybody's school, nor did he learn their letters with them. So the scribes and the Pharisees, when they saw Jesus, they're like, who the freak are you? We know that you ain't been in the temple with us. So Jesus didn't study in the temple with them, but Jesus was greater than them and taught as one with authority. That's how you know when you're doing it right, right? You're going to the sources to see the truth rather than listening to the people who may tell it to you the way they want to tell it to you without showing it to you. Jesus would say, didn't your scripture say? He's pointing them at what the text said. That's how you know when you're winning. Hey, Lori, watch this. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. See, this ain't just the Jews. This is a ruler of the Jews. See, when we deal with our politics in America, people thought the government servants were rulers. So in their mind, the people who I would talk to would not talk to me because they were rulers. But when I go and I talk to Rantham and Amanda Chase and Karen Fan and these different people, and I have little battles and stand against them as a light, showing what the freak the law really said, the people look at them as rulers. But when I understand the law, the way that it was intended to be written, and I come and I stand before them face to face, we have an opportunity to talk about the law. Now, something had to happen in order for me to be able to talk to them, because everyday people don't just talk and teach government officials. So something had to happen, just like with Jesus, something had to happen. Oh no, I told him to hung up, if you remember, Truth Tornado. I'm like, get the freak off our, get the freak out of here with your silly self. And then he hung up. Right? And you could tell everybody if I'm telling the truth or not. Truth Tornado, did I not tell him to dismiss himself with this foolish talk? But watch this, y'all. The same came to Jesus by night. Now this is what you got to understand, y'all. When you are a boss in law and you learn how to teach using simplicity and you serve others so everybody can see the truth, what happens is the government officials are going to first come to you in hiding. That's when you know you're at a different level. When you drop notice to them and you start teaching the truth in front of people, which is scary, as Jesus was doing in the midst of the street, what's going to happen is they're going to come to you at first undercover. The same came to Jesus by night. So here it is, a ruler is coming to what looks like is a common man who he understands knows the law. See, the good ones are going to come to you because they're going to be ashamed they don't know the truth. But at the same time, they're going to understand the power that God has put in you as a light. The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God. We know. See, he understands that what Jesus is saying is true because he can see the truth in the text, in what is written, and what Jesus is quoting. So he says, now we know that you are a teacher come from God. See, the funny thing is government officials, when you hit them with the real truth, start realizing that you're telling them the truth, and they'll come to you and they'll say, oh, we know that what you're saying is true. We know that crew that you're, look, Truth Tornado sent notices to her government officials. That's how I talked on the phone with them. Josue Lugo, check. Chris Noyes sent notices to their government officials. That's how I talked to them. Carla, Aaron, they sent notices to their government officials. That's how the heck I got in front of Rantham and Branchen and these different people and was able to put stuff on the public record in Wisconsin. Josh Barnett sent notices and affidavits to Karen Fan and different people in the government, and Chukri, who he had a private meeting with and had a meeting with not Giovanni, what's this dude's name? Giuliani, right? We did notices and affidavits, and they recognized that we were teachers and we knew the truth, and they called us before them or came before us. And we broke down real law to them where most people in the world were scared, begging, saying, what's going to happen? We need Trump to come back in the military and we going to ride the truth train and it's going to be fixed. And somebody named Q go come off the water from hiding, who's really JFR, and he's going to save the nation with a white horse with white hats, and he's going to be our knight in shining armor. No, we were behind the scenes putting out notices and real freaking fire that's embarrassing, with people laughing at us and telling us what wasn't possible. It ain't gonna happen. It don't work. It ain't no way you can do it. I wouldn't have met a summer cook if it wasn't for Carla and Aaron and John Voss going out there, lighting up Topanga, lighting up Voss, giving notices to everybody, making branch and take action. Real freaking fighters are not afraid to get out there in the open and videotape it and talk about it. That's what it takes. You got to be diligent first, learn the truth. And when you start dropping it, you start getting recognized. But what happens first is you got to study it and know what the freak the truth is first before you can shine that light. Jesus had wisdom. He knew the truth and he shined the freaking light. And this is what happened. He says, for no man can do these miracles that thou doest except God be with him. Jesus answered and said unto him, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of heaven. He has given a light to Nicodemus, showing him the truth. Nicodemus saith unto him, how can a man be born when he is old? This is really talking about baptism. Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Jesus answered, verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and spirit, water baptism, which gives you the spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That is the church. That which is born of flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the spirit is spirit. Marvel not what I said unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and thou hearest the sound thereof, but canst not tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth. So it is with that born of the Spirit. Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can these things be? Jesus answered and said unto him, art thou a master of Israel and knoweth not these things? See, what we need to understand is notices and affidavits and teaching the real law to the masters of the law in the world hits them in a different way because they don't know these things. See, a lot of people are looking like the attorneys know the law more than us, and the legislature knows the law more than us, and somebody's a judge, they know the law more than us. No, the masters in the place often don't freaking know the law. That's why they're not just. That's why they're not just. Let's look deeper. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness. See, guys, you got to understand that if you gonna go out teaching stuff, you need to testify of that which you have seen, and speak of that which you do know. See, a lot of us don't get the respect of government because we're going out there talking about, the people are maritime pirates, admiralty crusaders that are coming from the fourth realm that are Nephilim, and they're trying to kill us with their pirate ship law. You ain't seen that nowhere. You read that nowhere, except for somebody who did not prove it. And you want them to receive your witness. You want to witness to things that you never studied. You want to create law that ain't there. And then you wonder why they don't respect you. Watch this. If I have told you earthly things and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things? If you want to go to the higher levels, you first need to be grounded in the things that are fundamental. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven. That's Jesus. Even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. And as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up. Talking about his death. That whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have eternal life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. You don't believe in him if you don't do what he says. Same way with government. They don't believe in the Constitution and believe in the people unless they do what the freak you say. It's simple. Watch this. For God sent not his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved. He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he had not believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. And this is condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. One more time. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. Guys, if you want to be victorious in the law world, you need to look and see the deeds that are evil and understand that the wicked men in the world hate light because their deeds are evil. You want to win in this law thing? You want to be the best? You need to know what is light and what is darkness. You need to be diligent in studying and understanding so you know which way to go and flashing the light on them. If you start quoting stuff you never seen in the law and you say stuff that you can't prove, you can't shine the light on them, and they are going to laugh at you because their deeds are evil. To shine a light on them, you got to catch them in the wrong, but you can't quote the wrong thing and try to bring people to right. That don't work. Watch this, 20. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light. Guys, why the freak are we doing things other than what they hate? They hate the light because their deeds are evil. Now watch this. Neither cometh to the light lest his deeds should be reproved. Guys, if you want to reprove their evil deeds, if you want to let everybody see in the open show that their deeds are evil, you have to be diligent to study what is written so you know what they shouldn't be doing and what they should do. And then when you shine a light on them, you use what they should and should not do. And therefore, you are using something that they fear and hate. People are like, well, what do we do to stop the bad government? Understand the government is political. Because it's political, it needs you to believe it is acting right to stay in power. As soon as you show that it is not acting right to the people will reprove them and correct them. But no. You don't want to take the time to push yourself, to study, to read every single line, to know what you're saying is true so that they don't clown you when you come at them. See, it takes for you to be diligent in studying the truth in order to be able to lay out the truth. But if you won't humble yourself enough to be diligent and check every line and to learn line by line, precept by precept, precept by precept, here a little, there a little. If you won't build up upon the foundation, then you won't be able to show the light to the people. And then the deeds of the evil are never reproved. What they really fear is to have their deeds shown in the light because their deeds are evil. And when you show those in the light, it gets the people to reprove them and they lose power. Robin Vos can't go out in front of the people of Wisconsin, even in Republican groups, and talk his stupid talk because Summer has reproved him like a boss. Summer has taken the basic fundamental law and went against the best attorneys and ex-Supreme Court justices, and Robin Vos made it plain so everybody can understand. She didn't use a single big word. She dropped notices on them. She read the notices in front of the people. The people picked up. Now they boo the clown off the stage. People want to fight me and go to this high level, big word law when they don't understand that it is the simple things and shining a light that makes me better than most of the law teachers in the world. And it is not by me, it is by God, because I understand the word of God. It is the word of God that gave me the wisdom to be what I am. It is the word of God that makes me better than my peers. And if you want to challenge what I say, it's not from a position of haughtiness, but if you just take and look at what government officials what people you're going to find in the law world going head up against the government officials and teaching them, find one who does as much as I do with the government officials and them following and coming in front of y'all and telling them they know what I'm saying is right. Y'all have seen person after person get called a sovereign citizen, labeled funny, because they have brought law that they cannot prove. I teach you guys to bring simple stuff that you don't get clowned. You don't look stupid because you learn the fundamental principles and they come to you. And we got regular everyday people like Josue, Chris Noyes, Truth Tornado, Carla, Aaron, Summer, regular people. Regular everyday people who have been with us for a very short amount of time, have had more interaction with big name government officials and brought them on shows and talked to them and embarrassed them in front of people if they tried to fight than any other law group that you can show me in the nation. Show me one that has had more access to government officials than them telling they learn from us. From them. This is not out of haughtiness. I am proving to you what God's word says. It is not by the power of David. It is by the power of God. And I'm reading to y'all real life situations that happen with Jesus. So you see when it happens with us, it ain't by mistake. It is because we have trusted what God said and used the techniques with law mixed with what God said to bring forth the exact same type of thing. We are not guessing. But look what it says. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light. See, the government officials who really working right and they want to do good, they come to the light. The other ones run away. How do you know who's good? The ones who run are bad. The ones who come are good. See how easy that is? Watch this. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in God. So Rampton, who is doing right, he comes to the people who created his office because he understands that what they're saying is true. And he wants his deeds to be made manifest in front of the people because he cares more about the people than he cares about the wicked. The ones who want to do wrong and team up in government. Amanda Chase came to us because she wanted to do the right thing in the midst of people who wanted to do evil. Right? And there's many, many, many others. Now, guys, there's going to be a lot of challenges of people who ain't really in that world and ain't really about that life. They're not really going to go to the great lengths that you go to. They're not going to suffer and study when it's hard. They are not going to study and do stuff when they get nothing. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And many people in this world follow people who don't follow what God said. So when you see how God tells you to gain wisdom and knowledge and understanding, they don't want that. They want to cut corners. They want the cheat sheet. They're not ready to put in the work and go through the pain to be a monster. Summer Cook goes through the pain to be a monster. She got people who don't believe in her. She got people who mock her and laugh at her, said it wouldn't work. And in a few months, look at what she's doing. Because she studied, she went deep. And she understands the foundational principles. Now nobody can beat her. This is real life stuff. We got people who've been in the law world for 30, 40, 50 years and they get laughed at. You have a fringe on your flag, therefore you're functioning in maritime admiralty law, and you're acting as a space pirate. So Trump got to make a space force to save all the people getting robbed by space pirates. Did we see Space Force go into battle yet? This junk is hilarious. This junk is so dumb that the government officials are presenting dumb stuff to us now. Space Force. Who y'all going against? Han Solo? What the freak is the space? Can anybody tell me what wars the Space Force have been in and what they're doing? Can y'all tell me? Crazy. Space Force. Oh my God. We are going to fight our new intergalactic battle. Who? Yes, cyberspace. We're going to use Space Force to fight the new battle against the what? Against the food manufacturers? I know they're trying to hack them. They really want to stop them, but that's the government too. Come on, y'all. We got to stop letting people tell us stupid stuff. Well, guys, we need to tax you because the ozone layer is melting and we're having global warming crisis. Well, they found out and did studies and say that no, the world has not gained any temperature in the last 10 or 100 years, really. Nothing significant. So they were lying. So my question is, when they tax the freak out of you for the ozone hole, who the freak is doing the work to go patch up the ozone that they talking about is messed up? It ain't no ozone layer issue. They're making up stuff so that you will believe in it, so they find a new way to tax you with the program. That's all it is. And I'm sorry, I love Trump for what he's done for the people, but Trump, this Space Force junk is a hoax, just like the vaccine is a hoax. I'm sorry, cuz it's a hoax. Your daughter got a fake shot in her arm. I saw it. That junk was fake as heck. That there was a little dent in her arm. The needle didn't go through, and it wasn't nothing in the freaking needle, homie. Like, let's just be real. That junk is some garbage. No, you didn't create something in a super fast whatever. I love you, but you're lying right there. You're lying, right? Either somebody taught you a lie and you're perpetuating that bull, and you should know now, Trump, that people are dying. You need to stop lying. Like, stop, right? But guys, I ain't trying to hear this bull. The Space Force, we need billions of dollars. Yeah, for real. The Space Force gonna go up there and patch the ozone. They're like, the Space Force up there with carpenter tools. And look, the Space Force, you know, they probably ghetto as heck because Biden is like killing all the military. The Space Force up there with some plywood and some battery operated saws, sawdust flying everywhere, right? We see That's not chemtrails, that's sawdust from the Space Force. It's a con. Yes, all these programs, cons, right? But I wanted you guys to see this today. I mean, look, they wrote notices for the WHO. Affidavit Mamas did. I know Melly Mel, and I think Melly Mel and Brandon and Leanne and them, I think they might have wrote some too. I'm not sure. They'll have to tell us. But people in our world wrote notices and affidavit. Duct tape, heck yeah, duct tape fix everything, because like you got a supercharger just blew off the top of your engine, just duct tape it around, dude, it'll get you home, right? Right. You know, we probably got some hick space forcers too, you know, like they put everything together hick style, like on the farm, weld everything, right? They freaking heated up with a blowtorch and welded. They didn't weld it the freaking ozone layer, right? But notice they're collecting money to fix the ozone. Who does that go to? Because ain't nobody up there fixing nothing. If they can't fix the streets, y'all, the freak you, what are they collecting money for the ozone for? Y'all think about that? I'm just saying. But I wanted to get out and give a video to you guys. I'm going to start doing more videos if the Lord lets me live, to bring encouragement to you guys. I love to encourage you and challenge you to do better and to win and to kick butt. I'm not your enemy. I'm not one who's in competition with you. I like to fight, but I'm not in competition with you. If I love you, I love you. You my dog. I thought you was my dog. You were in my, oh wait, sorry. Some of y'all get that. But I thought you were my dog, right? And for real, Flexia, that's hilarious, you know? If you trying to really fight and stand, I'm here next to you, man. I don't have a need to try to compete with you. Now, I'm just gonna tell you, at what I do, I'm gonna be a bad mama job, and I'm gonna be a killer. You're gonna have a hard time fighting with me because I'm dedicated to fighting and making myself better all the time. If you want to bring it like that, you can. But I'm not in a battle with anybody. I know what God has made me and where He has put me, because I understand wisdom to see what He has done. Did it hurt? Heck yeah, it hurt. Did I suffer? Heck yeah, I suffered. Did I break down and cry some? Heck yeah. But did God make me a monster? Yeah. Right. So the thing is sometimes God got to make your skin thicker. I'm not here to challenge people in my circle. I'm here to help people be monsters and do the best, because I want to see you win, you know? But I realize that we as the people can understand and kick butt and be better than we've ever been before. But you have to make a choice on what you want to be. And, you know, when it comes down to it, we all have to stand on the law and protect what we have to protect and be what we need to be. And I'm gonna just be real, y'all. I mean, Trump endorsed Vernon Jones. Trump endorsed Schweikert, who went against Joshua. You don't see this dude, and he does nothing, right, to help the people, does a lot to hurt the people. Trump endorsed some rhino the other day. I can't remember who it was. So we got to stop worshiping our servants. Trump is a freaking servant. I love what he did in America. That was good. But I'm not going to worship anybody and think that they can't make mistakes. I love every government servant, but I appreciate the ones who do what the freak we say and look out for our best interests. And if you, oh yeah, Dr. Oz, come on, man. If you freaking pushing clown people, it is better to not endorse anybody at all than to endorse a rhino because somebody told you to endorse them or they paid you. I'm sorry. So yeah, I heard they selling his endorsement. And so the thing is you gotta stop this bull, man. Like, either you're here to protect the people or you're not. You can't be out there pushing this. You can't be one of the most educated men in the world with what's going on and not know people are dying over this issue from this thing they're putting in people. You got to stop pushing that jump. But I understand that there are men who going to do what the freak they want to do, and they got teams of people they make money with. And some stuff they're gonna just doing wrong. They just gonna do wrong. But we need to know that as the people, we control all of this. So as soon as we get to the point where we understand that the people, the government must follow the people and they cannot go against our best wishes and our rights, then it won't matter what they believe and what they think. Because everything stupid they do, we'll just shut it down. It's that easy, right? But we haven't been there at that point. We're doing it now, and I'm proud of all you guys who are doing it. Hey, the confidence only comes from God, because I have seen God do mighty things. I've seen you guys do mighty things. You really know your system is working when people who learn your system can take their skills and their blessings. You know, there's a lot of people much smarter than me in many areas. Leanne, Melly Mel, Denise, Celestial, Matt, you know, Joe Grimm, Lenny. There's so many of you guys who are much smarter than me in many areas, right? And Brian, that's funny as heck, right? There's many people who are smarter than me in many areas. There's many people who can do stuff that I cannot do. I am in awe when I see the little captions and videos that Leanne does. It's so cool. I've never done one, never been able to do it. But I'm thankful to see her do it because she's mighty and powerful. She teaches with such strength. Truth Tornado. Oh my gosh. You hear that lady on video? She is so pure and precise and mighty and powerful. Truth, if you watch Truth Tornado and Celestial's video, they did, oh my gosh, right? It is just heavyweight stuff, and I love it. They speak and they teach in some ways that I know I can't, right? And just hearing their style and hearing their flow, I love it, you know, and I share it. And this is the way that real fighting works. You teach people to use their blessings and skills, and you know they're way better than you at what they do. You can't touch them. I wouldn't try to touch Leanne's skill. I ain't as good as her, and I ain't gonna never be as good as her. God made her to do her work. I'm gonna praise her in her work and stay to freak out the way, right? And that's how it has to be. We have to give praise where people do powerful things, because that's how the world shakes. Yeah, Truth Tornado is on a whole nother level. Like, Truth Tornado is that freaking fire. Truth Tornado would do a half an hour video with so much fundamental principle and fire that nobody can break it. That last video Truth Tornado did, but I love every video Truth Tornado does, but that last video, I was like, dang it, this girl is a freaking beast. You know? But that's the thing though, guys. Are we gonna get out there and do our videos? Are we gonna, who all got out there and did videos like crazy? Right? Some of y'all done did them, and I'm proud of y'all. But who got out there and did videos like crazy? Are we waiting? Because think about it, as the world changes, from us teaching bit by bit in our own world, we're actually spreading throughout the world. And you can't beat it. You can't beat it, right? People are breaking the back of the deep state. And I want to tell you guys, I had something happen yesterday. I had a pop in my head. I don't know what the freak it was. One person yesterday said, oh man, you better chill out, whatever, you better be cool or whatever. Violet said, she sent me some stuff and showed me what it could be or whatever. So it could have been nitrogen popping in the back of my neck into my head right before I woke up. But I didn't do anything yesterday because I didn't want to bust a blood vessel or something crazy. My blood flow is much better now. Like I said, I took the Yeshaya Herbals, iron and some other stuff or whatever. She's like sending me stuff or whatever. I was like, what's this? I got to call it as what the freak this is, right? And I've been taking it or whatever, and I'm healing like all over so fast. It's crazy. Like, y'all should take Truth Tornado's video and send it to every government official in the entire earth, because Truth Tornado, when it comes to like teaching, like school teaching, like you would do for kids and do for young adults and do for even parents, in an orderly setting. I'm not organized and orderly like that. I just go where I go, where God leads me. Truth Tornado is better than me, you know, and so, you know, just so powerful. And True Tornado don't post stuff that True Tornado don't know. So it is, you will have a very hard time trying to beat Truth Tornado. Very hard time, right? I look and I'm like, man, if Truth Tornado goes in front of the government officials and just decide every day to destroy them, I feel bad for them, because you will not win. Period. You're not going to win against Truth Tornado. Period. And she will not say anything she doesn't know. And that's what I love about her. She keeps it plain and simple. She's not trying to sound smart, but her wisdom is here. Right? You got smart people who regurgitate words, and then you got people of wisdom who hear. This is where True Tornado is here. And people who think that they have some knowledge that are smarter about right here, this way, which knuckle is that? This little knuckle right here, that's like the tip of a mountain. That's where they are. So with that being said, though, guys, I think everybody should friend Truth Tornado. Everybody should share Truth Tornado's videos with every government official around the nation. For those of you who are not tough enough or courageous enough to go in front of your government officials yet, you should be sharing that stuff that Truth Tornado has. I believe if we do a homeschool program across the nation where the people can learn, and Truth Tornado is giving classes, everybody's kids needs to be there. You know, she's that good. But can she beat AI? I don't know who AI is. Allen Iverson. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming on. We had a good time, I guess, this morning. Let me know if this video made sense to you. Let me know if you liked it. Let me know if you want more like this. God has blessed me. I was able to add 2 more videos this morning to the master's class. I'll finish that up soon if the Lord lets me live and everything is the way that it needs to be to happen. I was able to do 3, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday night. Have those put up. So God is allowing me to move and get things done. I believe that I'm going to be doing a video to help the nation with what's going on with the government. There was a special video I wanted to do. Let me see what it was. Oh, on keeping the gas prices. Keeping the gas price, getting the gas prices under control, and keeping our gas vehicles, gas whips, cars. I wanted to do that. I know some of you guys are going to flinch when I say vehicle because of the commerce stuff, but I ain't really tripping like that. Let me see. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming on. I want to thank you guys for coming and listening to me talk for a little bit about important things that got to do with us getting better and growing. Guys, we got to continue to share the truth. We got to continue to kick butt. We got to continue to get this information out in front of other people. The more people that people hear saying this, the better it's going to be for us. A lot of times there's groups that gain knowledge and understanding and keep it amongst themselves, and they want to be the best in their group. I don't want to be the best in my little group. I'm going to get the word out to everybody and be a freaking monster at what I do. Now, am I better than Truth Tornado or Leanne at certain things and others? No, not. But with what I do, I'm gonna be the freaking best, and I'm gonna be a freaking beast in my lane, in the world that God gives me. And I like it when other people are the best at what God gives them, and they use their talents and gifts. It makes you mighty and powerful. And God has made you a light if you wish to be. Don't shut off your light. Don't hide your light under a bushel. No. Right? Don't do that. Some of y'all gonna get that, some of y'all not. But Anyway, I love you guys. I want to thank you for all you do. I want to accomplish a lot today. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. I got 2 videos done plus this video. That's 3. I'm thinking about putting a little something else together for my people in the PMAs. So I want to get this good fire out, get you guys moving. Let me know what you guys think about this, though. Give me some feedback, please. Share this video if you wish to. Let's encourage the nation, y'all. We are in a good place. We just had the WHO looking like, who? Who the freak are y'all? Who the freak is this guy? Right? We got to have some good things happen. So that WHO junk was a hoax. Some of the other stuff, the OSHA ruling the nation was a hoax. Let's stop falling for these hoax, y'all. No, not Dave for president. I don't ever want to be a freaking president. I'll teach you guys how to fight and have these people serve y'all, but I don't want to be in a position as a servant. Not at all. I want to redeem the time. I want to be able to drive my hot rod and play with the kids and have them back. And I want to be able to see you guys winning and good things happening for you. I don't want to be the president. Like, maybe y'all could build somebody else up to be the president. That'd be good because we could teach the people. But I want to be able to have a little bit of fun for all this suffering and pain and agony and have a break. Not a break. I'm gonna still teach if the Lord wills, but I don't want to have to be sitting in somebody's office and following whatever they have for me to do. I'd rather for us to just teach somebody to be a government servant who wants to do that. I don't want to do that job, right? But anyway, thank you guys. I love the heck out of y'all. Y'all stay out of trouble. I want to see you guys. I would hate to put President Jose on notice. Yeah, y'all be whooping my haters, man. They be like, Dave, you know what this notice mean, homie? It's like, dang it. Here we go. Right? Freaking, they be like, Dave, you're not gonna sleep. I already don't sleep. Right? They could be like, Dave, you are not sleeping for 4 years. Shucks. Right? But anyway, I love the heck out of y'all. I am feeling better though. Like I told you, been taking a Cardio Miracle, Yeshaya Herbals, all those new things she's given me. Oh my gosh. So I got to see what she sent to the trustees recently, the other trustees, to see what I'm going to be taking now. I took some of that Hill stuff though. That John really got me going good, but I'm feeling great, guys. I'm doing way better. I've been up since early this morning. I think I woke up at 4 today, got some things done, got some videos put up and did these different things. But maybe if the Lord wills, I'll get some more done. But today I want to have a blessed day, tons of might, tons of things done, a lot of work done. So with that, I'm going to say peace. I love y'all. Y'all stay out of trouble. Catch y'all later.